Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Walaikum salam.
Jazakallah for taking me. I've been patiently waiting for about, I think, 2 hours or so.
Yeah, thanks for your patience, brother.
Yes, I specifically want to speak to Adnan Rashid Sahib. I am an Ahmadi Muslim. I had listened to his debate recently with, I think, he was referring to it as a discussion, but his tone was of a debate. Let's be very honest about it. So there's a few questions that I wanted to ask you. I mean, the conversation so far, it was wonderful that how you gave so much time to an atheist there, and you was explaining the concept of ibadah, that it doesn't simply relate to us worshipping Allah 5 daily prayers, but it goes beyond that, right? So and a question came to my mind then, that in Surah Hajj, Allah Almighty says, "Fajtanibu rijsa min al-awthani wajtanibu qawl az-zur." Yeah, that shun therefore the abomination of idols and shun all words of untruth. And our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has also told us that kafa bil mar'i ithman an yuhadditha bi kulli ma sami'a, that it is enough for a person to be considered a liar if he states whatever he hears. Okay, yes. So I was listening to that discussion of yours with Imam Noonan, and you mentioned something with regards to, because I've been an Ahmadi Muslim all my life. I've studied the works of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, who we consider the promised Messiah alayhi salam.
Okay.
And where you specifically mentioned with regards to a reference, and you said, Kanjari ka bacha, apologies, I'm only quoting what you were saying, right? Because naqle kufr kufrin abashad, as you probably know. Now, I want to ask you, where is this reference from? So that I can, because when I've gone back to that statement, that reference is nowhere to be found in Urdu language, first of all, right? The word that's used there is, what is that word? I want to ask you first, please.
Okay.
You know the word in Arabic language, what the word is used there?
Dhurriyatul Baghaya, right?
Okay, Dhurriyatul Baghaya is the word that is used. And do you know that the promised Messiah has used this word for someone else as well, elsewhere?
Okay.
He's called someone Ibn Bagha, and he has translated. You know how he has translated that word as?
Okay.
I'm asking you a question, please.
Yeah, I will. Let's take it step by step. First thing is first. Okay. You said Kanjri ka bacha.
Yes.
What do you understand from it?
Son of an adulterer, as you were saying. Whatever you were saying there.
Is that a correct understanding of the term Kanjri ka bacha?
But that's, sorry, say that again. In English, yes, that's the correct. That would be
in English. Would that be a correct rendition of the term or terminology?
From Arabic or from Urdu to English?
Son of a prostitute.
Oh, we lost Adnan there.
Brother Adnan. I hope we can take him back, because I've been waiting for 2 hours. Because this will really help me as well, learn.
Yeah. I mean, this will help you improve your patience as well. I mean, think about that.
I've been waiting for 2 hours, patiently waiting for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying if this is a lesson for patience as well. So if you're now impatient, then there's a lot more to learn. I mean,
I think it's a connection. It's a connection issue, Brock. Have patience.
Yeah.
But 2 hours, he didn't have no connection issue. I mean, why does it happen now?
I mean, what I'm saying is, as we're waiting for him to join, take this as an example of patience. Example of patience. We need to learn as Muslims to be patient. And if you just
absolutely. Brother Mansoor, can I ask you something as well? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
You both of you guys are very learned. Brother Hashim, Brother Mansoor, we see you guys on YouTube debating Christians and all of these things. Okay.
Ahmed, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Okay. And are you Ahmadi?
Yes, I said very clearly at the beginning, I'm an Ahmadi.
Okay, no, because I was, chatting to someone in the back chat. That's why I must have missed it.
Yeah, can I? So my question is, and the old discussion that you have with all of these different people, Christians, all of these things, Allah Almighty tells us, وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. Okay, why is it when it comes to Ahmadi Muslims that you have this approach of just reviling their founder, right? Where in the Holy Quran, Allah Almighty says, "Utullin ba'da dhalika zanim." There's a specific, and that specific word zanim has been used, and the translation done in Urdu is walad haram. Okay, so my question to you is there any permissibility in Islam for the use of harsh words? Do we find harsh words in the Quran?
Which conversation are you referring to in regards to the Qadianis that we have done?
This is the conversation, brother. What's his name? Adnan Rashid was having recently, and right at the beginning.
Okay, why don't you ask Adnan directly instead of addressing that to us?
My phone died, so I just
Just
My
before you continue, Ustad
Yes,
Adnan
yes,
and Ahmed,
yes.
Yeah.
the way you phrased the question to me personally,
And to
Gigi.
me.
why do you, and you just asked your question, that was really inappropriate because it was not of my conversation, but you asking me.
I will explain why I
No,
said
I'm
you.
back. I'm
One
back.
second.
I
Adnan, one moment.
will explain
Ahmed,
why I said you.
just one
you.
moment.
You need to let the person
Just
finish before you speak.
one moment.
Please,
Right.
Bismillah, Bismillah.
So
Go
you
on.
wanted to ask me a question. I said, yeah, go ahead. And then you asked, why do you, and you continued. When it appears that this has nothing to do with me and my conversation. I was quite surprised to think,
by you. Okay, sorry, please continue.
No,
You finish
by,
and I'll answer.
so I am not responsible for every single Qadiani when they do bad things. And I'm not going to somehow respond on their behalf to defend them or whatever.
Okay,
so this was totally inappropriate. One second, Ahmed, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Right. So when you come on and you ask a question to someone like myself here, asking to defend or justify the actions of some others, this is inappropriate. I don't speak for them. So if you wanted to,
I have seen your video.
You are interrupting when I'm speaking. You're interrupting again.
No,
you need a lot more. You need a lot more lesson in patience. Clearly.
No,
so I'm saying
is, it's not
I am not finished. I am not finished. If you keep on interrupting when I'm speaking, I will kick you out. Do you understand?
Don't kick him out. No, don't kick him out.
No. He needs to apologize. The way he's behaving here is not appropriate.
Okay, Ahmed.
We said, Ustad Adnan, with all respect,
Yeah,
I was going to give you the chance to speak. When you asked me, you wanted to ask me a question, and then you went and saying, oh, why do you? I do not speak for the brothers or sisters out there who defile your prophet or whatever. So it was inappropriate. This is what you are speaking on, again, interrupting what I'm speaking. So this is one lesson number 2. When someone's speaking between Muslims, try to let them finish the conversation, what the statement is. I'm not going to carry on for 1 hour just to give you a point in this conversation. Have the patience to listen, because you seem to be very argumentative. That's all. You're trying to respond back to someone like you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You are not. In fact, why don't you mute yourself, self-muting? Mute yourself until I say, I'm done. That will be probably the best thing to do, because I want this conversation with you and Adnan. So the piece of advice is this. Don't go along to platform like here or elsewhere. Why do you Muslims say X, Y, and Z when they are not speaking on their behalf? If I have made a video against Ahmadis and said X, Y, and Z, you can ask me about it. If Hashim has done something like that, you can ask him about it, rather than going to a platform here and there and generally asking everyone. Does that sound reasonable?
It is reasonable, but there was by you, I didn't mean just you specifically. I meant
you mentioned our names, man, Ahmed. You clearly mentioned our names.
Okay, can I say, Brother Hashim, what I meant was, because I've seen your video with speaking to an Ahmadi brother who's not a scholar or anyone. He just he just went there, right? And again, you mentioned all of those things which relate to the personality. You don't speak.
No. I never mentioned the personality.
You did.
You should watch the video again.
Okay, whatever the case is, can we move on to the conversation?
No, hold on. You made an allegation. Can I say something? You should own up to it, man. When you're wrong. At least be man enough.
It's not about me. I'm not here for myself, Yani.
Well, then don't preach what you can't practice.
What? Okay. So the advice for all of us is,
the advice was to preach with wisdom. You don't show wisdom.
That's what I said.
You show arrogance. When you're owned, you don't acknowledge it. You should apologize, man. The least you could do is apologize for the allegations you made, which didn't reflect what we were doing in Speaker's Corner.
Not an allegation. If that has come across as an allegation, I sincerely apologize. I have no issue of apologizing for.
Right. Let's not waste any more time of yours.
Can I speak to Brother Adnan,
speak to Adnan, because Adnan is waiting for you.
Adnan, are you still there?
I think Adnan's going to have his dinner. Or is there? Okay. Are you on your phone, Adnan? You're muted, Adnan.
Brother Adnan, you're muted.
Sorry, guys.
Please.
My battery was dying, and as soon as my conversation with Brother Ahmed it started, my phone died, and I really wanted to come back very, very quickly because some Ahmadi friends, not Ahmed, some Ahmadi friends have this habit of celebrating. Oh, he ran away. he
That's
disappeared.
futile.
He ran away from the Ahmadi guy. So I really, I was panicking. So I came back very quickly.
Actually, Ahmad is in London. He should come to Speaker's Corner on Sunday and have a face-to-face.
Brother Nan, before we continue this, can I say something just quickly? Very small thing. I want to acknowledge here in front of everyone that out of all of the people that have listened and people who have engaged with Ahmadis, I have found Brother Nan to be the most respectful. I have to say this. I have to acknowledge this. Because, but then there are things which we don't agree with, and we're going to discuss them. No doubt. I think that should be the case. But I have to admit that that you haven't used any foul language, you haven't used anything to mock, but you have been emotional or a bit charged here and there. But that's going to be the case with both of us. So please continue. I think the question I asked was, I think you were responding. You began by saying, "Kanjari ka beta." What is the translation of that in English? I think this is where you cut off. Let's continue from there.
Sure. So very quickly, I will ask. My phone is charging. And I'll ask brother Hashim, can you let me in from my laptop? I'm trying to enter.
Yeah, just oh yeah, somebody's.
I think it's saying a studio is full. So
okay,
if you
keep your finger ready.
Okay. So
all right, come in now.
Yeah, can you see? Yeah, maybe I think I'm coming in. So let me very quickly stop my phone. Yeah, continues Adnan Rashid. 1 second.
You're in.
I'm in. Okay. So that's it.
Mute
so I'm gonna
you need to mute one of your.
Yeah, you can leave one. Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. Okay. So here we are. Sorry if the camera quality is not as good.
It's terrible.
But it is definitely me.
Okay, are you sure? Okay, you need to.
Yeah.
Boy, that's like 240 or something. Okay.
Yes, sorry, please. Let's continue, please. Yes.
Your audio is also not good, Adnan. It's muffled.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Fine. Okay, Brother Ahmad.
It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Yes, good enough.
I asked you a question.
Yes.
Whether you accept that a good rendition of Kanjri ka bacha in the English language would be son of a prostitute, correct?
Yes, it would be. That would be the translation in English if you're translating literally Kanjri ka bacha.
Now you accept that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used the term Dhurriyatul Baghaya in Arabic for his opponents, correct?
Yes, and but the point is, I know.
No, wait. Let's step by step.
No, Brother Nan, because
so that we have everything clear before we move on.
Yes. Because Brother Nan, you interjected, Brother Noor, on every point. I have to interject because why this, and I'll tell you why this is important. When you say he has used Zurratul Baghaya for his opponents, you have to. There's a whole context behind it. So when we say Abu Bakr Siddiq,
we'll get to the context.
Listen. Can I say something? So let me tell you a small point, please. I know you're very patient, please. I hope you will agree with me. When Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu said Umsus Badlalat to Urwa bin Mas'ud not radiallahu anhu, but he was an opponent at the time. There is a whole context behind it. Okay, so you can't just leave the context out of the window and you say, "Oh, did he not say this? Okay, step on, move up. How can we accept him as a prophet?"
Okay,
this is not the right way of argumentation. Do you know in which book he used that?
You are jumping the gun, brother Ahmad, brother in humanity. By the way, I don't consider you to be a Muslim, just like you don't.
Likewise, I mean, if you don't consider me to be a Muslim,
so no problem with that.
With the hadith of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who says, if you consider a Muslim a non-believer, the kufr returns.
Absolutely.
So with that, whatever you consider me, I consider you. Okay, no problem.
Brother, try to understand my spirit in this. I'm not insulting you.
But you didn't have to say this.
Why did you have to say this? You are deserving of no sympathy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying technically, according to my understanding of Sharia, okay, I don't consider anyone blue, green, yellow.
What are we discussing? What are we discussing right now?
Ahmad, wait, please.
What are we discussing right now?
Don't make this more frustrating than it has to be.
No, because you're very. I know you.
Brother Ahmad, wait. Mansoor was telling you to be silent when someone's speaking. We'll let you speak. You have open platform here. There is no censoring here. No censoring. Okay? We are so confident about our position that we will never censor you. Okay?
Likewise.
So let me speak, please. Let me speak. Okay? When I say you're a non-Muslim to me, that is not an insult. Okay, that means I'm stating a fact. According to my understanding of Sharia, I understand in Sharia that anyone who believes in another prophet, whether that prophet is ummati prophet, or a prophet in a blue gown or a green shirt, or a long hat or a short hat, it doesn't make a difference to me. Anyone who believes in another prophet after Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a disbeliever to me. That's it. That's it. And I understand your position is that anyone who doesn't believe in Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani as a prophet is a disbeliever, and I have no problem with that. No problem. That's not an insult against me. Actually, if anything, that's something for me to be proud of. That I don't believe in another person as a prophet after Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because my understanding of Sharia is correct. Now, the issue of abusive language and vulgar language and accusation of unchastity against chaste women. This is the topic we are discussing, okay? Because this is the topic you brought up. So let's go step by step. The first question I asked you.
But I need to respond to what you just said.
I used the term Kanjriyon ka bacha in the discussion. You said Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani didn't say this. He said Durriyatul Baghaya. Correct?
Yes. In what book?
You acknowledge that
do you know in what book? Do you know in what book? I'm just asking. Do you know in what book he said this?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Your voice is very, very dim. But khair, inshallah.
He's saying in which book is this from?
Sorry?
Which book is this from?
I'm gonna give the references. Don't worry. First, I'm gonna go step by step. So
no.
Do you acknowledge Brother Ahmad?
Yes, please.
Brother Ahmad, do you acknowledge, when I say brother, I mean brother in humanity, the son of Adam. Okay. Brother Ahmad, do you acknowledge that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used this term Durriyatul Baghaya against his opponents? Do you acknowledge?
Okay, now I need to answer this. It's not a yes or no thing, right? So please give me some time.
First, establish facts.
Yes,
do you acknowledge he used this against his opponents?
For specific opponents, yes.
Yes? Specific or general?
Yes.
He used this term against his opponents.
Yes.
You are saying he did not mean Kanjri ka bacha. He meant something else. Correct?
Yes, correct, yes.
I am going to show you now. Firstly, you have acknowledged already, so you can't track back on this. You can't go back on this.
Yes.
That Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used this term Durriyatul Baghaya. Although he used Waladul Haram in Urdu works in other places, which means the same thing. Waladul Haram, for example, let me read the quote. Let me read the very quote so that you don't.
But brother Adnan, you're not giving me the opportunity. You're giving a sermon here.
You will.
You're giving a sermon,
though.
It's been 3 minutes. It's been 3-4 minutes. I need to speak as well, because you're building an argument which is on false grounds, and it's going to end up somewhere else.
Wait, brother.
You are the scholar. You should have more patience than me. Let me answer.
I am not a scholar. I'm not a scholar. I'm only a student. But let me explain something to you. Can I read Ruhani Khazain?
Yes.
Volume 9, page 31, which is in Urdu, published by the Ahmadis.
No, you should read Aina Kamalat Islam, where the Prophet used Zurriyatul Baghaya.
We will.
No, because that's the discussion we're having, isn't it? That's the discussion we're having. So, we can't jump the guns. We can't look, because give me 2 minutes, and then I would be silenced. I've been silent for. Please,
look.
Please give me 2 minutes.
Okay. Are you in London? I'm
in London, but my schedule is such that it's.
I will welcome you. I'll buy you coffee. I'll buy you lunch or dinner, and I will treat you with utmost respect, as I did with Ibrahim.
Yes.
Come to the park, bring your books, the original book where you want to explain the context to me.
Yes.
And I will be more than happy to indulge with you. You want to bring your scholar with you, you want to bring an imam with you, you want to bring a murabbi with you. You are most welcome. I will welcome you all with open arms, with sympathy, with compassion.
Can I speak now?
Sorry?
Can I please speak now?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
But you're making it very difficult to have a conversation.
Okay, because the issue is,
you're triggered.
I'm not triggered. Wallahi, I'm not triggered. I'll tell you why.
Okay, then let me
I'll tell you why. Because look, it's been about 3 minutes. I've just been listening. You gotta let me speak.
First of all,
the issue is, I'll tell you what the issue is. One second.
What was my claim in that conversation?
Can I say one thing?
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani is
you've got to
calling.
let me speak because people are seeing this thing. I know
Sorry?
you're used to this. I know you're used to this, that people always listen to you. But let me speak. You got to give me a minute at least to speak. Yeah? Okay, Bismillah. Let me speak. So first of all, there was no need for you to mention the fact that your brother in faith and all of that. That's not needed, okay? Because according to me, or it's not for you to decide who's a Muslim and who's not a Muslim. That's another discussion. I don't want to go into this. We're going to speak about Zuriyatul Baghaya, okay? That specific reference that you've used. Now, the first thing that we need to establish is whether in Islam or in the religion that we claim to follow, is there any room of using a harsh language in any circumstance or not? If you say no, I will take you back to chapter 68, verse 14, where Allah says, "Utullin ba'da dhalika zanim." And that word
what is the point of discussion here? First of all, we need to establish.
Yes, please.
We need to establish the point of discussion. What is the point of discussion here?
The
what
point
is the topic? What is the topic?
I'll tell you what the topic is. The topic is that you have blatantly lied about the promised Messiah ﷺ. How? Let me complete. Is by quickly typing on Google Mirza ke kazibat ya Mirza ki galiyan. You've come up with references and you put on your YouTube channel that you've seen these references yourself, their original references and stuff like that.
We're losing you. Ahmad, we're losing you. Your internet is bad.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. So my point, I said the point of discussion is this, that in that discussion with Brother Ibrahim, you mentioned plethora of references, which each reference relates to a different issue. So when a Christian comes to you and he mentions 10 different allegations, you tell him, brother, if you're speaking about the age of Aisha radiallahu anha, let me explain that first, and then we move to second, third, and fourth. You can't say
your voice
then
is being lost, Brother Ahmad.
Brother Mansoor, can you hear me?
Actually, I can hear Ahmad quite well. So
I think
it must be your
Adnan.
connection, Adnan.
Okay, keep speaking.
Let me complete. So what I'm saying is, when you speak to Ahmadis or anyone, you have to have the same criteria that you have when you speak to people that come to you with allegations about the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So when people come to you and state numerous allegations about Islam, you can't mention, okay, Mirza said this there, and now you put it on Ibrahim Noonan, who's a very, very very humble person.
Brother Ahmad, fair enough. Brother Ahmad, fair enough. What was my allegation against Mirza?
Your allegation was specific that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said "Kanjri ka bacha" to Muslims. That's what you said, and you lied there because the Prophet Muhammad used this for Christians. Because in Kitabul Bariya, let me complete. In Kitabul Bariya, Prophet Messiah gives a list of 30 plus Christians who were using foul languages against the Holy Prophet ﷺ and his wives, right? And then the Prophet ﷺ says that we will have peace with the snakes of jungle, with the beasts of jungle, but we will never have peace with these priests because they abuse our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. When Karam said salam to him, he said, I will not reply his salam back because of the love for the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So when you stand there and blatantly, accuse this man, of saying things which he hasn't said about a specific party. So when Allah the Almighty is saying "Utullin ba'da dhalika zanim" about a disbeliever in the Quran, okay, which translates to walad haram, okay, which is of a doubtful birth, is that a point of allegation? Is that a point of allegation upon the Holy Quran?
Can I respond now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Firstly, my allegation against Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani in that conversation was, if you were listening carefully, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used foul language against his opponents. Okay. That's the first. This is how the point was raised. Okay. I said he used foul language against his opponents. He was not even a gentleman, let alone a prophet of Islam. Do you remember that part?
Yes, I remember. But
okay. Follow me.
Okay.
Keep following me. So when I mentioned that, Ibrahim basically went hysteric and he started to say, no, this was against those people who were abusing the Prophet. This was against those people who were abusing the Prophet of Allah. So then I countered him with quotes. I read a number of quotes from a number of different books, correct?
You read not from books, but you read from an online source.
Yes,
can you say by Allah that you were using original references?
Ahmad, follow me. That conversation is online. It's on my YouTube channel. Anyone can go and watch that conversation.
I've seen it
right
twice.
now and
I've seen
confirm
it twice,
what I'm
fully.
saying. Wait.
Yes.
So I read a number of quotes from a number of sources, and then I gave page numbers and book names. Correct?
You copied and pasted page number and names.
Wait,
Yes,
no, Ahmad. Just establishing facts, basic facts.
Yes,
Correct or incorrect?
You did paste. Yes, you did paste references on your YouTube.
I read a number of quotes to make my point that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used foul, vulgar language against his opponents. So the language he used is not even a gentleman's language, let alone a prophet of Allah.
Well, that's a false criterion, though, isn't it?
Wait.
Is it not a false criterion?
We'll get to the criterion. Let me explain where I'm going with this. Correct or not? Correct?
That's what you said. Yes, that's what you said.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I read a number of quotes of which you choose only one to indulge in. Only one. You ignore all others. You ignore. I mean, okay.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this.
Wait. So
because you mentioned this. I'll tell you, because you know what it is, when someone comes to Speaker's Corner and speaks to you and he lies from the very beginning, you grab him by the neck and you say, look, brother, you're lying.
Let people decide if I lied. Let's have a conversation. You will see where we're. Do you recognize the quote from Rouhani Khazain?
Yes.
Here I have the actual scan from the very book published by the Ahmadis. I'm reading from the original scan here. Rouhani Khazain. Anyone who wants to see, the name is there. Rouhani Khazain, Jild 9, chapter 9. There. I'm going to read it. Page number 31. Page number 31. Wait. Page number 31. And I'm going to read from the bottom of it. This is one of the quotes I read from. Okay. What is the quote? Okay. और हमारी फतह का कायल नहीं होगा तो साफ समझा जाएगा कि इसको वलदुल हराम बनने का शौक है और हलाल ज्यादा नहीं. इसको वलदुल हराम बनने का शौक है और हलाल ज्यादा नहीं. Do you stand by these words of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani?
Can you read the whole page from the beginning to end and the next page?
I can.
Bismillah. But let's go. Can you tell me the reference? I'm going to open it right now.
Rouhani Khazain.
Yes.
Rouhani Khazain, volume 9, page 31, the bottom of the page.
1 second. I'm just opening it. You got to give me a second, okay? Okay. By the way, can I ask you what is this about? Do you know the context of it?
This is about my point that he used
volume 9. Yes.
Volume 9.
You said volume 8.
You asked me a question.
No. I'm trying to open a book. Sorry, I'm trying to see the reference.
Sorry, this is about. I'm making a point from it that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani used vulgar language, street language, dirty language to describe his opponents. This is the point I'm making. Correct?
That's what you're saying. I'm opening the reference. Where's the reference? Can you tell me the reference?
So I read from Rouhani Khazain.
Yes.
I've got the very scan in front of me. Here is the reference. You can see Rouhani Khazain.
I'm opening it.
Chapter 9, page 30. Volume 9, page 31. Rouhani Khazain. By the way, those who don't know, Rouhani Khazain is a collection of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani's put together. All his book, a collection of his works. It's an anthology. Basically, it's all his works put together in multiple volumes, and this collection is called Rouhani Khazain. In other words, literally translated as spiritual treasures. This is what it means.
Yes. Okay. Can I read? Which page are you reading?
Page 31.
Can you read? Okay, so can you?
Volume 9. Volume 9. First read the quote. First read the second last line and the last line.
Yes. I'm reading. This is, you know who this is about? It's about Atom, right? You know the background.
Before you tell us who this is about, I have a problem with this, even if it's about Shaitan. Don't worry about that. Even if it's about Shaitan, I have a problem with this. I'll tell you why. I'll explain to you why. Just read the second last line and the last line, and then we will talk about it, whether it matters who it is about. Let's talk. Okay.
Let me read it out to you. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you want me to read it from?
Second last line and the last line.
Okay. says, the Prophet says, और हमारी फतह का कायल नहीं होगा तो साफ समझा जाएगा कि उसको वलदुल हराम बनने का शौक है और हलाल ज़ादा नहीं. बस हलाल ज़ादा बनने के लिए वाजिब ये था कि अगर वो मुझे झूठा जानता है और ईसाइयों को गालिब और फतह याब करार देता है तो मेरी इस हुज्जत को वाकई तौर पर रफा करे जो मैंने पेश की. बस इस पर खाना पीना हराम है अगर वो इस इश्तिहार को पढ़े और मिस्टर अब्दुल्ला आतम के पास ना जाए और अगर खुदावंद ताला के खौफ से नहीं तो उस गंदे लकब के खौफ से बहुत जोर लगावे कि तावो कलेमाते मस्कूरा का इकरार कर दे और 3,000 रुपए ले ले और ये कार्रवाई कर कर दिखावे. You know what this is? What he's talking about? Do you know the background to this? What is he saying? What is he saying? Can I explain in English?
Wait. Firstly, before we get to what this is about and who it is about, I know exactly who it's about and what it's about. Don't worry about that. I'm asking you. Is this the language? Oh wait, I'm asking you. Is this the language of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani? Is it confirmed?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Confirmed. You're not disputing it. You're not disputing it.
I don't know why you're going on about it. It's in his writing.
Brother, I'm doing it for a reason. You're not disputing it. Yes.
No, I'm not disputing it. Yes.
Okay. Now.
Can you complete the quote? Can I complete the quote?
Brother Ahmad, he is calling Mr. X a bastard child. Correct?
Waladul haram is not used here in a literal sense, and I will explain why.
Okay. What is walad? What is walad in Arabic? What is the meaning of walad?
Okay.
What is the meaning of walad in Arabic?
No, but it's for the person to decide what understanding he's used that word.
Brother
for.
Ahmad, stop playing games.
If I say, brother Adnan,
brother Ahmad,
if I say Zuriyah,
my brother in humanity.
Can I say something? I'm answering you. If I say Zuriyah to Shaitan, okay, in the Arabic language, what does it translate to?
My brother in humanity. Look, I'm calling you with respect and honor.
I'm also.
Even though I believe you're upon disbelief, you're upon kufr, I'm calling you with respect.
Same, brother, same.
Yes, same. No problem.
Then why do you have to repeat it?
We're talking to each other with respect. So please honor my respect. I'm asking
your question.
What is the meaning of walad in Arabic?
What is the meaning of walad in Arabic? The thing is, the sentence is, or the word is waladul haram. It's not just walad.
Okay.
So when we say zurriya,
you said waladul haram is not used in that sense, bastard child. You just said that. You just said that, and you were about to dispute. So I'm disproving you before you waste our time. What is the meaning of walad in Arabic? What is the meaning of walad?
What is the meaning of zurriya in Arabic? And I'll answer your question.
Don't hop to another topic. What is the meaning of walad? What is the meaning of walad? Son.
Yes.
Walad means child.
Yes.
Child. Yes.
Yes. Let's continue. I mean, I don't know why.
And haram. What is haram?
Illegitimate, or let's say haram is.
Okay. Good. So now, now we're getting there.
So you're saying it's literal?
That means Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani called Mr. X or Miss Y waladul haram. Correct?
We haven't finished the paragraph.
Brother Ahmad, first establish facts, basic facts. Did he call Mr. X, whoever?
Brother Adnan, we're not in prep or something. We're not in prep, or people that are listening, the educated people. You're teaching like.
But it is important. It is important for me to do this so that you understand and the listeners and viewers understand what I was doing. So understand now.
Can you answer my question?
Is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani calling Mr. X a bastard child?
He hasn't said bastard child.
Waladul haram.
He says waladul haram.
Waladul haram means illegitimate child.
What does zuriyat shaitan mean? What does zuriyat shaitan mean?
Waladul haram.
I'm telling you the idiom in which is used, my brother. So when we say zurriyatu shaitan, what does it mean? What does zurriya mean?
We're not discussing zurriyatu shaitan. We're discussing waladul haram. Stop hopping.
We're not hopping.
Bro, stick to the topic. I'm not going to let you do this until we establish this. Waladul haram, does it mean bastard child or not?
Say that again.
Does it mean a bastard child or not?
In a literal sense, yes.
Does it have any other meaning in the Arabic language?
That's what I'm asking him.
You can easily save us all this time and say, yes, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani called a certain person waladul haram. Yes or no?
I've answered like 10 times. I don't know where we're going with this. He's
So
used Waladul Haram.
He called a certain person a bastard child.
No. Because you're translating as a bastard child. That's your problem.
What is the meaning of Waladul Haram?
What is the meaning of Zurriyatul Shaitan? Tell me. Okay. If I call you Zurriyatul
Shaitan. Ahmed, just 1 second. Sorry. Because both of you are speaking. Yeah. It is not fair to compare with another phrase in an idiom. If Waladul Haram does not mean an illegitimate child, Ahmed, you need to provide from classical Arabic dictionaries or literature that Waladul Haram can mean something other than a bastard child in a praiseworthy, positive way. So why don't you bring that point on the table?
Okay. Yes. So what I'm saying to Adnan Rashid is there is a rule in the Arabic language, and if he's a scholar, he knows that the person who writes something is for him to explain what it means. You can't have another person coming to you and explaining to you what it means. So if the Prophet Messiah Islam himself explains this in what it means, then he can't come up with another meaning. So let's continue. Let's see what he has written. Okay. Let's stick to this page. Let's stick to this page.
I'm gonna explain what he means. I'm gonna explain what he means. What I understand from this very quote, your prophet is saying that those who do not accept our conquest or our victory, are basically, they want to be, or they have a desire to be Waladul Haram, illegitimate child or a bastard child. And
that's your translation.
And this person is not a halal zada. Halal zada means a legitimate child. Halal means halal, legitimate. Zada means child. Because the opposite of halal zada is haram zada. In the Urdu language, in the Persian language, it's haram zada and halal zada. Haram zada means a bastard child, which means in the Arabic language waladul haram. So in the first part of the sentence, he calls a person who doesn't accept his victory a bastard child, and then he explains what he means by that, by saying such a person is not a halal zada.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
No, wait. You can respond. You can respond.
Okay. Can you finish, please?
These games, you're making a mockery of your faith.
No, I'm not.
And your people, you're making a mockery just by denying these basic facts.
Can you finish?
Just trying to spin them, just trying to deny them, just to save your skin.
Brother Adnan, it's all emotion. Wallahi, it's all emotion. People are seeing this. Can you just finish and let me respond?
Of course, I'm happy people are seeing this. I'm happy it's live.
Let me respond.
I'm happy it's live.
Let me respond. Then. Have some patience.
So firstly, before you respond, do you acknowledge that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani called a certain person a bastard child? Yes or no?
Not a certain person, but anyone who denies that.
Do you know what a certain person means? Do you know what a certain person means? A certain person, anybody.
Yes, go on. Not a bastard child, but Waladul Haram, and I'm going to explain this.
Waladul Haram. Brothers and sisters, those
let
of
the
you
person
watching right now, because
you
Ahmad is not listening.
You open page number 31.
Those of you who are Ahmadis in particular and Muslims in general, go and check in any dictionary what Waladul Haram means.
The Prophet Messiah
means. Go and check, and then you see what games Ahmad is playing.
Okay, let's see who's playing the games. The Prophet Messiah says on page 32, the very page that he mentioned, the next page, line number 4. People should open this up. He said, "Fir agar Abdullah Atam मियादे करारदादा से बच जाए तो बेशक तमाम दुनिया में मशहूर कर दे कि ईसाइयों की फतह हुई, वरना हराम ज़ादा की यही निशानी है कि सीधी राह इख्तियार ना करे और जुल्म और नाइंसाफी की राहों से प्यार करता रहे." So he's explaining, listen, he's saying haram zada, he's defining it, is one who does not take the right path, second who is upon transgression, and who doesn't do insaf, meaning who is not true. So this is a definition given by the Prophet Messiah.
Very good.
I'm not complete. I'm not finished. I haven't finished. I'll let you speak, please. Let me finish. Wallahi, I'll stay quiet. Now, the most important point in all of this, and for all of the listeners, is Brother Adnan, what he's defending is, because if you know the context of this, it's about a Christian padri, Abdullah Atam, who called Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam a Dajjal. He called Rasulullah a Dajjal, and you're defending this person? You have no shame. You're defending Abdullah Atam here? Have you got no shame? Did he call Rasulullah the Dajjal or not?
Ahmad, before you get into that, Ahmad, first thing is first, we need to acknowledge and establish what we are dealing with. What was my claim?
Your claim was he said waladul haram.
Before we get to the reason why he called what he called and who he called, okay, before we get to that, we need to understand what is the issue at hand, what my claim was. My claim was that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani called his opponents bastard children.
That's what the Quran did. Quran did the same.
Okay, so you're acknowledging.
Okay, no.
So you're acknowledging. You're acknowledging, right?
I'm
Wait,
answering in two
before
ways.
we get to the Quran.
Yes, the Quran speaks the same word.
The problem is how do I talk to people like you? That's why I want to talk to face. When you're in the park, you would never be able to do this. I would never allow you to do this in the park. Okay. I would never allow you to do this to me in the park, because now you're taking advantage of an online stream, hiding your face. Okay, we don't even know what you look like, and I'm sure you're not going to come and see me in the park or any of your scholars.
I'm quite handsome, don't worry.
Okay, so now, the question stands again. Did Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani call anyone a bastard child?
No, he didn't. He didn't say bastard child.
Haram Zada is a bastard child. You just helped me. You just helped me by actually explaining on page.
Can I tell you what your original claim was?
When you read from page 32,
yes,
he clearly uses the term Haram Zada. Okay, I'm gonna now use Google Dictionary. Watch. Okay, I'm going to Google.
So you
wait,
consider Google Dictionary?
Brother, wait.
Is this your level, brother? Be honest.
Brother.
Be honest.
Brother, one
Do
second.
we use so Arabic idioms are limited to Google Dictionary? Is that what you're saying?
No, wait.
Saying?
I'm just gonna use Google Dictionary here.
Yeah,
Ma'ana Haram Zada. 1 second. Haram Zada. Okay. We will see what the dictionary tells us. It's not I didn't even know you're coming to this conversation. Okay.
Well nobody. No. Of course, you're saying online. I mean, you if you make a claim, you can't just lie about a person. That's what I'm saying. You can't just lie. You know. I mean, you got to be better than that. To be honest.
1 second, brother.
You said Zurriyatul Baghaya, and now you jump to another reference, and you've been proven false there as well, because the Prophet himself explains that Waladul Haram means a person who does not take the right path and who knowingly denies the truth. This is what the disbelievers of Makkah did when this verse was revealed.
Brother, Ahmad, I just took out dictionary in Urdu.
Yes.
Or Haram Zada means Zina Zada, the child of Zina. Okay. Then it says Waldu Zina.
But you know, Google Dictionary says Tawafa means death.
Brother Ahmad, you're making it more difficult than it has to be.
Write Tawafa in Google Dictionary. It would mean death. So what?
Sorry?
If you write Tawafa in Google Dictionary, what does it say?
It explains wo shakhs jo be nikah paida hua ho. Wait. Brother, this is Urdu Dictionary online. Okay, this is the dictionary. Urdu.
Okay.
UrduInc.com. Here it is. UrduInc.com. Here is the reading. Okay. It says Haram Zada. The meaning is wo shakhs jo be nikah paida hua ho. Wo shakhs jo be nikah paida hua ho.
Okay.
The person who is born out of nikah. The person who is born out of nikah, Haram Zada. This is the meaning of Haram Zada. So now don't make it more painful than it has to be, Ahmed. Don't look like a fool in front of thousands of people. So now I'm going to ask you again. Ahmed. Did Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani call any of his opponents bastard children? Any? Did he call them?
Say that again, sorry.
You're not listening, are you?
No, I'm listening, but you're
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, did your prophet call any of his opponents, any of his opponents, Haram Zada, bastard children, children born of zina, or children born outside of nikah?
Can I ask you a question?
That's the meaning of Haram Zada. That's the meaning of Haram Zada.
He used Waladul Haram, okay? You went to Google and you didn't write, you wrote Haram Zada.
Haram and Haram Zada, according to you, from page 32.
He said Waladul Haram. You went to Google and wrote Urdu and you wrote Haram Zada. Can you go to Google and write Tawafa? It will tell you that.
Okay. I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to let you do it. Google in Urdu Haram Zada, meaning Ma'na, right? Ma'na Haram Zada.
My point is, Google's not going to decide this conversation. If you write a book and you explain what you mean that idiom to be, then I should accept that. I don't go elsewhere. I don't go anywhere else.
This is why a lot of people get angry with Qadianis and Ahmadis, because Ahmadis are spin doctors. Generally, not everyone. Generally, most Ahmadi Murabbis and trained dais of the Ahmadis are a bunch of Christian missionaries. They behave just like Christian missionaries.
You're lying.
They will not have a straight conversation
The man
with you.
who slapped Christian missionaries was the Prophet
They will start playing
when
games
your
with.
elders were sleeping, they didn't know what to do. They called this man. He was the general of Islam. I will prove to you right now. If you have the courage, let's debate this.
Verses from the Bible.
If you have the courage,
said God is one, they will start playing games.
If you have the courage, let's debate this. It was the promised Messiah والسلام, when Henry Martin Clark, when they asked Muslim people to come forward, none came forward. He accepted it.
Get emotional.
These Christian missionary societies have letters that I have in front of me.
We're not going to allow you to preach. Just tell me,
did
your prophet call any of his opponents bastard children?
No, he didn't say bastard children. He said
haram.
He said haram. And he explained what that means. He explained what that means.
He called them haram zada, right?
He explained what that means.
Okay. Did he call them haram zada?
I've already answered this question. I don't know where you're going.
Did he call them haram zada?
Have I answered your question before?
Sorry?
Have I answered this question before? Because if he meant this literally, he would not say.
I'm asking you.
He would not say. Listen.
Page 32.
Yes.
And you said he said haram zadon ki nishani ye hai. Haram zadon ki. So before he explains the nishani,
yes,
the sign,
the definition,
he calls them haram zada. Okay.
Yes.
Please, Ahmad. He calls them haram zada, right?
Yes, it's there, yeah.
And so, I am questioning you. What is the meaning of haram zada? The word, the terminology, haram zada, what does it mean? We don't need his description. What I'm asking you.
Why not? That's a wrong criterion.
Ahmad.
That's a wrong criterion.
Ahmad, in the Urdu language, is he gone?
He left by himself.
He left
this is how, incapable of defending, the
so now that he's gone.
Let's give him some minutes, and he comes back.
Please,
apologies.
Okay, back. Ahmad is back. Good.
Yeah.
So the connection dropped. Okay, so we did not drop him, and we did not lose him. Okay,
he dropped by himself. I'll confirm this. It was a connection.
Ahmad, I'm making a case. Let me establish basic facts. So
can I make it easier? You speak for a minute, you say what you want, and then you got to let me speak. Because
I'm not going to let you speak, and I'm not going to let you digress. The issue is,
I'm not going to digress.
We're not going anywhere. Because when you came in, you made an allegation. You called me a liar. You made an allegation, and you accused me of lying against your prophet. I pulled out a quote.
What was that lie? What was that lie?
I showed you the exact words. We call them kanjriyon ka bacha. Kanjriyon ka bacha means prostitutes' children.
Where is that?
That means children born outside of wedlock.
You're lying live now. He said Dhurriyatul Baghaya. He never said Kanjriyon ka bacha. He didn't write in Urdu, my man. You're lying though.
Again, because I know the games you will play. Because you're already playing games on Haramzada. How would I establish?
You gave 10 different references when you know that allegations of this kind, each of them need a long time to respond. So you did a Christian tactic as they do. Hazrat Aisha was married at this age. Holy Prophet did this. He cured the Jews. 10 things throw at them, and then let's see what sticks. And then exactly what you did. So you said you translated Dhurriyatul Baghaya, and you tried to show the people wrongly that Prophet Messiah used these words for Muslims when he didn't in Islam. He used for Christians who are abusing the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you lied there, or accept that you were wrong.
Okay, let's
did the Prophet Messiah use this word for Muslims? Dhurriyatul Baghaya.
Decide.
Did the Prophet Messiah alayhi salam? Simple question.
You're claiming.
Simple question, Akhi. Simple question. I'm not going to move from this because you're very good at this. Did the Prophet Messiah alayhi salam? Did the Prophet Messiah alayhi salam use Dhurriyatul Baghaya for Muslims? Yes or no?
Who?
Did the Prophet Messiah alayhi salam, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, use Dhurriyatul Baghaya for Muslims? Yes or no?
He's not a prophet to me.
Look, you're digressing now. Okay. Did Mirza Ghulam Ahmad use Dhurriyatul Baghaya for Muslims? Yes or no?
Okay, I'm going to answer your question right now.
Yes or no? Yes or no, please.
Yes, you did. Yes.
You lied. You just lied.
Yes.
You just lied. How? Explain how.
Okay, I'll explain.
Do you know the
Will you let
background
me
of this?
explain?
Okay, please continue.
Check this. Wait. Now, when I was telling you that he used the term waladul haram, and then you went on page 32 of Ruhani Khazain, volume 9, page 32, to explain from his own writings what he meant by waladul haram, and he explains what is a haram zada. What is the sign of a haram zada? Correct?
Yes.
I'm going to do the same thing to you now. I'm going to take you to his own writings, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, where he uses the term Zurriyatul Baghaya and explains what he means by that. Explains so that you can't run from it. So you can't play these games anymore. You Ahmadis can't play these games anymore.
There's no games.
Can you see this? What is this?
There's no games.
Can you read it? We can't see it properly.
Okay, I want you to take out
You're jumping references now.
Okay,
am I here
no,
to just answer?
I'm going to show you.
Am I just here to answer your allegation?
Am
I here to answer just your allegations?
I'm going to show you what he means by Zurriyatul Baghaya so that we can nail it.
The very first reference. Okay. Go, what's the reference? Wait. Let me
Ruhani Khazain, volume 8.
Why not using Aina Kamalat Islam? That's what you mentioned.
Yes.
Why are you going
Ruhani
elsewhere
Khazain,
now?
volume 8.
1 second.
So you're claiming Zurriyatul Baghaya means the children of transgression or children of transgressors, because you have to play these games. But you can't escape. Because Mirza Sahib was obsessed with the word bastard.
Did the promised Messiah use this word for
Mirza Sahib was obsessed with the word bastard.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. It answers your question. Did the promised Messiah, did the promised Messiah والسلام, use this word Ibn Bagha for Sa'dullah Ludhianavi? Did he use this word for him?
Firstly,
did he use this word for him? Answer this question. Just
first, stick to Zurriyatul Baghaya. Are we discussing Zurriyatul Baghaya or not? Are we discussing? I'm not going to hop. I am not going to hop.
What's Ibn Bagha? What's Ibn Bagha?
What's Ibn Bagha?
What's Ibn Bagha?
Okay.
What does Ibn Bagha mean? I'm asking you a question.
Do you have Ruhani Khazain, volume 8?
Yes, I'm opening it now.
163. Page 163.
While he's opening, I just want to make a quick point. Imagine someone calls Ahmad a bastard and says, oh, actually, what I mean by bastard is you are a very slow person in speaking.
No,
would that be acceptable?
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
No, would that be, no, hang on, would that be acceptable? Someone uses, let me finish, Ahmed.
No, because
Ahmed, let me finish. You keep cutting off someone when they're speaking. I'm saying, listen, Ahmed.
Please don't come in.
No, I'm just making a point.
No, because it's the wrong point.
If someone calls you, look,
I'm not going to let you make this point. It's the wrong point.
I'm going to mute you for a second.
You have to understand. Mansoor, you have to understand their frustration. They are stuck. This is a very bad position.
So I have to make a point. This is our platform, and you can't tell me how. You can't, Ahmed, tell me how to run this platform. I've just given an example while you're looking for the reference. So make sure when I'm finished, your reference is ready. What Adnan is trying to prove. If somebody calls you a bastard and then says, "What I mean by bastard is you're a slow person in speaking," for example, he redefines the meaning. You'd say, "Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm a bastard," according to your understanding.
I dare Ahmed to call anyone haram zada in Pakistan. I dare him.
Can I respond?
No. Go to East London. Go to East London or go anywhere where you find Bradford. Go to Bradford, stop any odd Pakistani uncle or auntie, call them haram zada, and then tell them, let me explain what I mean. Then see what happens to you. Then see what happens to you. Call them haram zada and you will know what it means. Call anyone haram zada, any Pakistani, anywhere in the world, call them haram zada, and then you will find out what it means.
Can I respond?
Within 30 seconds, you will know what it means. So stop playing games.
Is this before or after they give you a bloody nose, Adnan?
No, seriously, these guys are.
I mean, you won't be able to finish that sentence. They will knock you out. I mean, they will. I mean, you know our people.
Without explaining what it means, you won't even get time to explain. You won't get time.
Exactly.
To explain what
exactly.
Yeah.
But exactly. But the Quran said,
What's the meaning of the word zanim?
I think
Adnan, just 1 second. 1 second. What's the meaning of zanim in the classical Arabic dictionaries?
Waladul haram.
No, what exactly is the meaning? What is the meaning of the word zanim in the classical Arabic dictionaries?
You were telling me not to do.
Sorry?
You're doing exactly what you told me not to do.
What?
You said to me, if you call someone a bastard, which you didn't use, and then you say it means someone who doesn't think properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a good example that you just gave? It makes no sense at all.
What I was saying is this: if somebody uses a word which is well known in its meaning and then redefines the word, say it doesn't mean what I mean to say, it means something else, like "oh, you're beautiful," it's not going to work because it's a meaning. It's a word that has a precise meaning.
Mansoor is buying time to devise a response to what I have already asked.
I'll keep out of it. I want to know.
Volume 8, Ruhani Khazain, Volume 8, page 163.
Yes.
Pull it out. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long. You're already devising a response. Maybe you have a group of people around you.
So you are God, yeah? You can see from above what's happening. Is that what you're claiming
now?
Have
you found page 163? Have you found it?
No, I'm going to it now.
Why does it take so long? You've been at it for 5 minutes.
What is it, 163? You said page number?
Yeah, volume 8, 163.
Yes.
You found it?
I'm going to it now. I'm scrolling down. Have some patience, Akhi. I waited for two hours for you. 2 hours. Okay.
Do you have the physical copy? Do you have the physical copy?
Sorry? Yes, I do have the physical copy.
Why is it taking so long?
Yes, go on, continue.
Do you have the page?
Yes. Go on. I can read it out to you if you want. Can you hear me?
Ahmad.
Yes,
do you have the page?
Yes, I have the page, yes.
Adnan, I think.
Ahmad, do you have the page?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Volume 8. This is going to bury you once and for all, spiritually. This is going to bury you and all people like you who are trying to play games.
Bro, nothing buried us, bro.
Deliberately lying and accusing others of lying. Accusing others of lying.
You think this conversation is going to bury us, man? Come on. You're just making claims here. It's going to bury us. You're Adnan Rashid, man. You got to be better than this. This is going to bury you.
Okay. While Adnan is having connection issues, you can see on the screen. Do you want to read, if you know where to read from?
Yes.
Or wait for Adnan to rejoin?
Yes, I'll read it. It's in the Arabic.
Okay. Just give us a few moments while Adnan rejoins. As you can see, he's got connection issues. So, do you understand the meaning of the word zanim in the classical Arabic dictionaries?
Yes, and it has been translated by many translators, which are.
I'm not asking for a translation. What is the meaning in the Arabic dictionaries? Give me a dictionary entry and just tell me what it means.
Say that again.
I'm not asking for a translation. In the Arabic language, classical Arabic dictionaries, give me the dictionary entry and which dictionary and what it means.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't need to know that.
Oh, and you know what it means, right?
Sorry, I'm back.
So are you saying Quranic translations are wrong?
Guys,
don't work, bro.
Carry on with Adnan. Carry on with Adnan.
Has he found the...
Yes, go on.
Where should he read from? Just tell him.
Has he found the page?
Yes, I found the page, my man. Go on, please, continue.
Brother Mansoor, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us, though? Adnan, we can hear you.
Brother Mansoor, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but it looks like you cannot hear us.
Okay, 1 second. My internet is 1 second. Let me do this quickly.
So I'll keep on speaking to see if you can hear us. Yeah, okay. So throughout we have been able to hear you, but it looks like you couldn't hear us.
So I think you can hear me. So the point I was trying to make here is...
I can hear you, Ahmed, as well.
1 second, guys.
For every reference that Prophet ﷺ or anyone uses, you've got to understand the context in context in which that word is being used. And also, you have no ground to stand upon when you don't have the same principle for yourself. When you have the same word used in the Quran, and you have many, when you have Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu saying
you keep hopping, as Adnan was saying. I asked you, what does the word zanim mean in Arabic language, and you didn't even know what it means.
What does it mean? You tell me. What does it
mean?
No,
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to tell me in the Arabic dictionaries. First of all, do you even know the Arabic dictionaries, classical ones, which they are?
And then you're digressing the topic.
I'm not digressing.
Are you saying your Quranic translations are wrong?
You are bringing an example to say Zanim means such and such.
Are you saying your Quranic translations are wrong when they translate Zanim?
I'm not interested in translations. Then you can't play this game with me. I go to directly the Arabic words. So if you don't know what it means, stay out.
So when you read the Quran, so when it says Alhamdulillah, you go Alhamdu. I'm going to go to the dictionary now. What Hamd means, Rabb means. Is that what you do every single time?
Do you want to see how I read my Quran? I'll show you.
I don't want to see. I'm speaking to Brother Adnan on a specific issue.
No, you ask me and I will show you. Look. You ask me a question and then you go to Adnan. Now that's not really fair. I'll show you how I read my Quran. So when I go to read my Quran, look, can you see this screen?
Can I say something?
Look, this is how
you guys are defending the Christians here. I'll tell you something.
No, we're not defending. You are unable to. You are unable to.
The people who abuse the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay.
Wait. Have you found the page?
On page 162 and 16, where there's lana.
Have you found the page?
Yes, Ahmad? I found the page. Yes, go on.
Okay. We're gonna now explain what Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani himself meant by Zurriyatul Baghaya, okay? In his own words in Arabic. Okay? Hello?
Yeah, go on. Continue, please.
Okay, you're not responding for some reason.
No, I can hear you, please.
Can you see the second paragraph? Can you read Arabic?
Yes, I can read Arabic.
Read the second paragraph.
وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ كُلَّ مَنْ هُوَ مِنْ وُلْدِ الْحَلَالِ وَلَيْسَ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّةِ الْبَغَايَا وَنَسْلِ الدَّجَّالِ.
Okay. Now, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ كُلَّ مَنْ هُوَ مِنْ وُلْدِ الْحَلَالِ. What does this mean, Mansoor? You can explain to us. وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ كُلَّ مَنْ هُوَ مِنْ وُلْدِ الْحَلَالِ. No, but actually I'm gonna read their own translation. The Ahmadi translation from their own book. I'm going to read it. और जानना चाहिए कि हर एक शख्स जो वल्द हलाल है और खराब औरतों और दज्जाल की नस्ल में से नहीं है. Okay, wait. खराब औरतों, wait. खराब और दुर्रियतुल बगाया. Okay, wait. दुर्रियतुल बगाया. Your own Qadiani Ahmadi translation states खराब औरतों. What does kharab orton mean in Urdu?
What does kharab orton? You're reading Urdu. You're saying kharab orton in Urdu.
You know, what does kharab orton mean in Urdu?
It means what it means, what you're saying.
Brother, exactly. What does it mean in Urdu? Kharab orton. Kharab orton se kya matlab hai Urdu mein?
Kharab orton.
खराब औरतें क्या? किस तरह खराब? उनकी टांग खराब है, उनका मुंह खराब है, बाजू खराब है, क्या खराब है? खराब औरतें.
The conduct is
what
not
does it
right.
mean? Let me come back in English. Kharab, the Qadiani, the Ahmadi translation states rotten women. Women, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Rotten how?
Mate, listen, who is this about?
Your Ahmadi translation.
The most important point.
Your Ahmadi translation of your own prophet.
Yes.
Using the word Dhurriyatul Baghaya translates it as rotten women, children of rotten women. Rotten in what sense?
Rotten? Where are you taking
kharab from? Kharab. What is the meaning of kharab? What is the meaning of kharab?
Kharab here doesn't mean rotten. It means their conduct.
Okay, now you're helping me. Good, mashallah.
Yeah, so
ill conduct woman. Yes.
So why are you saying kharab as I don't know how
okay, good, mashallah. I'm glad you're helping me. So that means women women of ill conduct, correct?
Yes. Go on.
Yes. Okay, yes. Women, children of women of ill conduct. What does that mean? Children.
It means what it means.
Women of ill conduct. What does that mean?
My brother, it means what it means.
What does it mean?
I don't need to give you tafsir. Do you think I need to give you tafsir on it?
Okay, children of women of ill conduct, as you have yourself translated the words of your own prophet, false prophet, Dhurriyatul Baghaya.
Alhamdulillah, true prophet.
You are translating it as
200 plus countries, my brother. 200 plus countries.
Brother.
We're establishing 200 plus countries.
You
So what's your
translated
words?
you
Bismillah.
translated the word Zurriyatul Baghaya as the children of women of ill conduct. What do you understand from that?
Yes.
Guess what?
Guess what?
I want to know what it means because I
It's
don't speak Urdu
exactly
that
the
much.
same translation of Utullin Ba'da Dhalika Zanim.
Brother,
That's the translation.
look. Now you can see,
Utullin
everyone
Ba'da
can see
Dhalika
Ahmad is
Zanim.
running away.
Not
Ahmad
running
came
away.
very brave to this live, and he said, you are a liar. You're lying against
tell
the
you
Prophet.
why.
He used the word Durriyatul Baghaya. I pulled out one of his own writings. His own writings where he explains what he means by Dhurriyatul Baghaya. And their own translation, translates it as children of women of ill conduct according to Ahmad. According to Ahmad. In Urdu, it says Kharab Ortein. That means bad women. That means women of bad character. Women of bad character, what we call prostitutes. So when I said in that conversation that Mirza was calling others Kanjriyon ke bache, which I translated as prostitutes' children, that's qualified directly by your own translation of his words, Dhurriyatul Baghaya.
Okay. Now can I respond?
Before you respond,
yes.
Have I stated correctly everything?
No. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because
wait.
I'll tell you why. Because Messiah Islam has not used the same translation everywhere for the word.
Okay,
because
but
I'll
here.
tell you why. Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference. It's very interesting. It's going to increase your knowledge. It's going to increase your knowledge.
Ahmad.
It's going to increase your knowledge. Trust me, please.
Okay, I'm sure
it's
it
will.
Help
you. Trust
but
me.
Before you increase my knowledge, here he means bastard children, correct?
Yes, that's what it says there. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so, brilliant. Yes. So you brought the term Dhurriyatul Baghaya to me, claiming that I lied on your Prophet because he uses the word in Ainai Kamalat Islam. He uses the word Dhurriyatul Baghaya. So I translated those words as children of prostitutes. You said you're lying because that's not what he's saying. He's saying other things in other places, translating the same words in different ways. I pulled out one of your own translations of the same words,
5 minutes,
giving the meaning I was giving in my claim. So now it is clear that your prophet, your false prophet, was calling people bastard children. Anyone. Now, but by that virtue,
let me speak now.
By that virtue, let me finish.
Finish quickly, please. Talking too much.
Virtue, he called multiple people this. I have multiple references where he's calling people Waldul Haram, Haram Zade, Halal Zade nahi hai.
Okay. Can I respond?
Wait. He's using. Wait, brother. Ahmad, let me finish.
No, you're giving a khutbah, bro. It's not a khutbah. You've spoken for like 15 minutes.
Let me finish.
Your brother should tell you, man.
He is using creative language to say the same thing in different words, in different languages. He knew Persian, he knew Urdu, and he knew Arabic, and he was using all three languages to convey the same swear word, which is a bastard child. And now, because he called all these multiple people children of prostitutes or bastard children, he did not produce any 4 witnesses for any of those cases to prove his case. Because in Sharia, in Islam, if you call someone a bastard child, or if you call a woman, any woman, Muslim or non-Muslim, any woman, especially when she hasn't done any crime, especially when she's not the one who has hurt you, it were the children. But if you call the mother a prostitute and don't produce 4 witnesses, okay, you are, to say the least, a liar of the highest grade in Islam. You will be lashed 80 times. Okay. And
where are the 4 witnesses for Utullin Ba'da Dhalika Zanim?
Let me finish.
Where are the 4 witnesses for Utullin Ba'da Dhalika Zanim? You're wrong. Your whole concept is incorrect. Your whole concept is flawed, my brother.
Let me finish.
No, you're not finishing though. You're taking 15 minutes.
I'm finishing right now. I'm finishing.
Please.
And your testimony, because you did not produce witnesses for accusing chaste women of unchastity, just because you don't like the children, you're calling them prostitutes, you have to produce 4 witnesses. If you don't, then you are a liar. You're a liar, and your testimony will never be accepted in any Islamic court, let alone a testimony as a prophet. So Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, by that virtue, was a liar. He was a false prophet, and his testimony cannot be accepted in any basic Islamic court, let alone as a prophet of Allah. That's my case, brother. Now,
okay, finish. Now don't speak.
In the mess.
Bismillah. Okay. So you made a lot of points, especially the last one was the most stupid thing I've ever heard. Because if you knew the Quran says, "Utullin ba'da dhalika zanim," did the Quran mention 4 witnesses for calling whoever they were calling zanim? Whoever was this word was being revealed for?
First
it makes
of all,
no sense. No, don't. You can't interject. Let me complete and then you can respond. So you don't even know.
You're lying on the Quran.
No, I'm not lying on the Quran. How am I lying? You're lying. You're the one who lied on the Quran. Huh?
What does zanim mean? Zanim. What does it mean?
Waladul haram.
Mansoor, what is, you pulled out the Arabic dictionary. What does it mean?
I want him to pull out. I want him to pull out the dictionaries.
Okay.
Let's not give him.
Just like we.
Do it after. Do it after.
No.
Do it after. No.
You're claiming
something. You for 15 minutes.
You're claiming a meaning.
For 15 minutes.
You're claiming a meaning. You have to qualify it just like I did. I pulled out dictionaries. I showed you my proof, my evidence.
Okay.
Pull out a dictionary and show me what zanim means. Pull out Ibn Manzoor. Lisan al-Arab.
Okay. We'll do it. Let me complete my point. Take notes, okay? Take notes.
Okay.
So first of all, you mentioned your claim was in the Hyde Park when you were speaking to Imam Noonan. Your claim was that the Promised Messiah Islam has used certain words which doesn't even qualify him to be a normal human being, let alone a prophet.
Not a normal, a moral human being, a gentleman.
Okay, yes. And in that context, you gave these references from different sources, stated at different times.
And I qualified all of them.
No, you can't speak. Why are you speaking?
Yeah.
Why are you speaking, Adnan, brother? Please. Okay. So the Promised Messiah والسلام, himself, because anything that's mentioned in the Quran or Hadith has a context. Okay. Similarly, when the Promised Messiah is speaking about certain issues, there is a context to it. So
calling
listen. Let me complete. There's two things. The Promised Messiah والسلام, where he's used these harsh words, specifically.
These are not harsh words. These are swear words.
Let me complete.
Swear words, brother.
Yes.
Go to Egypt. Go to Egypt.
Is a swear word.
Go to Egypt and call someone
is swear word. Bazralat is swear word.
Sorry?
Tell me, is Bazralat a swear word?
What?
Can you translate this for me? Do you know what that is? When Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu anhu says Bazralat.
Okay.
To Urwa bin Mas'ud. Is that a swear word? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No,
because I need to.
No.
You're interjecting. You keep on interjecting.
Let me explain now. You raise the point.
It's my time. Let me complete and you can explain.
Abu Bakr using those words. Number one.
Yes.
Abu Bakr is not a prophet. Number one.
That makes no sense.
Oh, wait.
That's false. Do you believe? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe Hazrat Abu Bakr to be greater than the Promised Messiah? Do you believe? Listen. No. You gotta let me speak. You've done this with Ibrahim Noonan Sahib. You've done this with Ibrahim. You think I'm Ibrahim Noonan? I'm not. You're gonna let me speak.
Give me a chance.
You're going to let me. You haven't.
Give me a chance to
you haven't let me speak. You haven't let me speak. You have not let me speak.
To finish my defense.
I need to. No, you're not. Because you're gonna do it after. When I made my points.
Ahmed,
you're gonna do it after.
Give me a chance.
You are going to do it after.
Give me a chance to finish my defense of Abu Bakr.
You're going to do it after.
Abu Bakr, number one, Abu Bakr never claimed to be a prophet.
Yes.
He was not a prophet.
Did I say that?
He didn't have to have Awsaf. Wait. He didn't have to have Wait. Number one.
Abu Bakr is the greatest person after who?
I will give you something better.
The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
I'll give you something better. The Prophet used words like this.
Yes.
The Prophet used words like this. So what are you talking about?
Yes.
Now let me explain.
So does that make him an? Yeah. Does that make him?
My God, this guy, seriously, you're making me angry now. Listen to me first.
Don't get angry.
The Prophet never called anyone a bastard child. The Prophet never called a chaste woman a prostitute. Your false prophet did. Abu Bakr never called a chaste woman a prostitute. Let me finish. Abu Bakr never called a chaste woman a prostitute. The Prophet never called a chaste woman a prostitute. The Quran never called any chaste woman a prostitute. Do you get my point? Or you don't get my point? Deliberately.
No, because your point don't make sense.
My point
because
is
your point don't make sense.
Chaste women.
Your point don't make sense. Your point don't make sense. That's what I'm telling you.
I'll explain how it makes sense. If I call someone a dog, wait. If I call someone a dog, if I call someone a pig, if I tell someone to go and suck such and such, for example, okay, if I do these things am I calling his mother a prostitute? Answer
No, they are equally wrong.
No,
That's
they're not
wrong.
equally wrong.
They are
No,
equally
they're
wrong.
not equally.
They are equally wrong.
I'll tell you why.
Are you saying? Are you
one
saying?
carries punishment in Islam.
إنك لعلى خلق عظيم. إنك لعلى خلق عظيم would say this.
You're so jahil, you don't know the difference. Let me explain the difference. One carries punishment in Islam. When you call a chaste woman a prostitute, that carries 80 lashes punishment in Islam. It is a crime punishable by had. If you call someone a dog, if you call someone a pig, you tell someone to go and suck such and such,
yes,
that carries no punishment in Islam.
It's equally wrong.
Sin. It is a sin. Wait.
It is equally wrong.
Wait.
Equally abusive and foul language and a swear word.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're jahil about Islam. You don't know what you're talking about. Calling a chaste, it's in the Quran. Calling a chaste woman unchaste or calling her a prostitute carries punishment. It carries had in Islam. It is a major crime. It is a capital crime in Islam. Calling a woman prostitute, a chaste woman. I'm so sad.
Who is this chaste woman? Who is this chaste woman?
Who is this chaste woman? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani repeatedly used this term.
You're making stuff up, man. You're making stuff up. So everybody can see you didn't even let me speak. You have to interject every 2 seconds. It shows your insecurity, man.
Stop with your clutching onto straws.
Stop being insecure. Let people speak. Let them complete, because you show all these good morals in Hyde Park. I'm going to let you speak. Let others speak. Have 5 minutes of silence.
You're very rude. You're very repulsive and rude. You don't stop.
No, because you're being rude to a founder. If someone abuses the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you want me to be nice to you?
And you're disingenuous. You're very cunning person. Trying to be clever, but not with us.
We know the same about you. Wallahi, we know the same about you.
Sorry?
You are very cunning. When you tell on one hand, Ibrahim, we respect you, this and that. On the other hand, you are saying you are stupid. Yeah, then let people decide. Don't say these things because you know it doesn't suit it.
Ahmed, okay. Can you stop with the ad hominem attacks, please? Okay, we don't appreciate ad hominem attacks. If you can't address the argument,
he said he called me.
You did. You're now accusing the character. You're now accusing the character in front of you. No. That's an ad hominem attack. We don't appreciate ad hominems. Okay.
That's what.
So I'm gonna step in here because if you can't address the argument, then you've lost the argument.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
so let me be clear. The argument that Sultan put forward is in Islam.
Let me speak. Let me
reiterate it because we went off target. Let me reiterate it. 1 second.
You know what it is? It clearly shows you five.
Let me just reiterate very quickly, just for the audience, because a lot of people are saying they've lost the thread. Brother, listen.
I'm going to go back to the
humanity,
argument,
please. One moment, please. I'm asking you, please. I'm pleading with you.
That's exactly what he did to Ibrahim Noonan.
There's folks in the chat that have lost the thread.
Okay.
Ahmed, let me just reiterate what was said. So what was said was in Islam, if you accuse an innocent lady of this act, it carries a capital punishment. Do you know this? Are you aware of this?
I am aware of this, yes. Okay, I'm going to respond this beautifully now because I'll see what Adnan, brother Adnan says. I'll see what brother Adnan says to this.
Let me just finish summarizing.
No, brother Muhammad,
this is for the audience, not for you.
I know, I understand what he said. I'm not a stupid person. I know what he means, where he's going. I know exactly what he means.
Ahmed, calm down. Ahmed, calm down. So, if anybody makes this accusation in any context, and they are unable to provide the evidence which Islam requires, which is 4 witnesses, then they are to receive capital punishment. It doesn't matter who that person is. Do you agree with that?
It's not an allegation on their mothers.
You don't agree with that?
It's not an allegation on their mothers.
Why?
It's not an allegation about their mothers.
Why don't you agree with that? Explain that, please.
Okay, I will explain that to you.
He's saying it's not an allegation.
In this context,
I'm talking about if somebody accuses any.
Okay, listen. So listen. Okay, I'm gonna.
When he calls them
brother Adnan
children of women, children of corrupt women,
I'm gonna stick to the conversation. I'm gonna stick to the conversation.
Bagaya means prostitutes.
If you're gonna let me stick, yes, I'm gonna answer this. Okay.
So he's calling
let me answer
his opponents children of prostitutes.
Can you be silent for 2 minutes?
What have the mothers done?
Can you? Okay, yes.
The crime is of the son. Why the mother? Why the mother?
Good emotional speech. Now let me speak. Brother Adnan, look, I listened to you for 3 to 4 minutes. Wallahi, you didn't even let me speak for 30 seconds. It shows where you stand. You gotta let me speak and then address my points. Okay? Please let me speak. Don't make it okay. So you said Umsus Badlalat, you said that Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu did not claim to be a prophet. That is such a flawed point that you just mentioned there. And then you went to the second point. I'm going to address that as well. When Umsus Badlalat was said, yes, Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani says, by mentioning this is worse than the mother. Write this down. He said, Badlalat, Ibn Hajar mentioned that it's stricter than dissing their mother. And if you want the reference, I'll give you that. Okay? So the point that's being made here is
read
not
it.
in a literal sense.
Read what Ibn Hajar said. Read. Don't move on.
I'll send you the reference.
Yes, read what he said in Arabic. Where did he say it? Which volume? I have Fathul Bari in front of me. I'll pull it out right now.
Yes.
Read.
It's in Al-Juz al-Khamis, Fathul Bari. Yes, it's page 340. Okay, now let me continue. Your whole point was...
No.
You have to read what it says before you move on.
Read the Arabic like I did. Did I do justice? Don't make... You see, you're dealing with a different species here. You know, us people from the speaker's corner, we are a different species altogether. We're not going to let you run away with your machine.
Nobody's running away. You just don't let people
claims. You make claims, spin them, mistranslate them, misrepresent them, and move on. We're not going to let you do that. Read
open the book while I'm speaking.
Read.
Open the book and at the end say it's not mentioned there. I lied. Okay, open your book.
No. Read what he said or don't mention it. Don't mention it. Read what he said. And on top of that, Ibn Hajar is not the Prophet of Allah. He cannot make Sharia or break Sharia.
Sharia is the issue with you guys.
You accuse a chaste woman of unchastity. You call a clean woman prostitute. You have to provide 4 witnesses.
This is not this
capital crime in
nobody in the Ahmadiyya community has ever understood this to mean in a literal sense. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is your incorrect understanding.
Does not carry capital punishment. Full stop.
Yeah. Who is saying this is about that? You didn't even mention that this word Dhurriyatul Baghaya is being used for Christians who abused our beloved Prophet and his wives or mothers in the worst possible manner. In the worst possible manner. It's not about their mothers.
The Quran says the non-Muslim women are chaste. They can be chaste. You can get married to non-Muslim chaste women. Muhsanat. The Quran uses the term that there are muhsanat among them. Why call the mothers prostitute? Ahmad. Why call the mothers prostitute? And if he did he provide 4 witnesses?
It's not understood. It's not understood. It's your jahala, isn't it?
80 lashes.
It's just your jahala. You don't understand the word. You don't understand his words. You don't understand his words.
Can I just make one point here before we move on? Imagine someone calls Ahmad Ibn al-Baghaya, someone calls Ahmad Haramzada, someone calls Ahmad Walad al-Haram, or calls your prophet that. You'd say, it's okay, it doesn't mean that, right? You'd be happy with that. You would not feel offended in any way, shape, right? If somebody calls you Haramzada, you would not feel offended. If somebody calls, one second, I'm not finished yet.
If I call Brother Adnan
I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished yet, Ahmad. Ahmad, I'm not finished yet.
If I call Adnan,
if somebody don't speak over me, Ahmad. Ahmad, don't speak over me. I'm not finished. I will let you respond. What I'm saying, if somebody calls your prophet Haramzada, for example, if somebody calls your prophet Ibn al-Baghaya or Walad al-Haram, you would not consider that it means actually a son of a bastard, right? It has a different meaning. Is that correct?
I would read his words, what he has explained it to be. I'll read the context.
What would you understand without the explanation first given to you?
Listen, man, you're defending Christians. You're defending people who abuse the prophet. You make no sense.
Excuse me, Ahmad.
You don't understand that this was referred to people who abuse the prophet.
If somebody did not explain to you what it means,
he abused the Muslims. You said if someone comes and says La Nabi Abadi, then the prophet would say, "Oh, you are the son of Ibn al-Baqa." This is not what he said.
Can I just hear your response?
Because it wasn't about the Muslims.
So if somebody calls you, are you listening, Ahmad, or are you just talking over me again?
I want to speak
to If somebody calls you and your prophet by these words without explaining anything, just use those terminologies. Just use those phrases. What would you understand by that?
Listen, whatever the understanding was, if the Christian missionaries use these words for our Prophet,
Why aren't you addressing the point? If somebody is not explaining to you these terminologies.
You know this verse? What's the understanding of this verse?
Ahmad,
These Christian missionaries abused our beloved Prophet and his mothers, and you want me to hug them? You want me to kiss them?
I'm not defending you or your Prophet or the Christians. I'm simply asking,
Brother
if
Adnan
somebody uses Ahmad,
that's what
that's
he's doing.
the problem.
That's what he's doing.
If you keep on, this is your last warning, Ahmad. If you keep on talking over me, I will kick you out with no mercy. Do you understand that? If you want to take opportunity to speak in Dawah Wise channel, you need to behave.
I am behaving.
Right. So I'm asking you a simple question, right? I will give you opportunity to respond. Do you understand?
Mention it once, though.
If somebody calls you, if somebody calls you and your Prophet, Ibn al-Baghaya, Ibn al-Haram, Walad al-Haram, calls you Haram Zada, without explaining anything, calls you and your Prophet that thing, what would you understand by it?
I would understand what he means by it. Exactly what he means by it.
What does it mean? What would you understand it means? I want you to explain to me, how would you understand it? Tell me in English that this is what I would understand if somebody said that to me or to my Prophet.
I would read what he's mentioned in that context.
What would you understand? Because I gave you the terms in English, Arabic and Urdu. So in English, what would you understand in English?
Listen, I'm not obliged to respond. You want a specific response. I'm not. If you
I am here for a specific response. Otherwise, you're dodging. Because now you realize you're losing the debate. You are not able to respond to it, and now you're saying I'm not obliged to respond. Do you know who says that?
Okay. Now let me respond. Give me a minute. Okay.
Oh, take your time.
Yes, Jazakallah. So if someone wrote a specific word with regards to Waladul Haram or things like that,
no. My question to answer: if somebody calls you, not writes to you, somebody calls you in front of your face.
This was written down.
Listen, Ahmed.
Down in a book.
I want you to answer my specific question, right?
All right.
Don't run around. Don't waffle. Straight. If somebody in front of your face calls you this Haramzada, Walad al-Haram, Ibn al-Baghaya, 3 terms, I would like you to tell me what would you understand, and tell me in English what would you understand by it.
What I would understand of Ibn al-Baghaya? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're asking?
Would you be offended or pleased?
Would you be offended or pleased and write over that? Same question. He asked the same question 3 times, and you are gone deaf, dumb, and blind suddenly.
No.
You've lost light of your eyes. Listen now again. We're going to ask you the last time. If someone calls you Ibn al-Baghaya or Ibn al-Baghi, Waldul Haram or Waladul Haram or Haram Sada, how would you understand it at the first moment? How would you understand it?
Because this is a false question. That's what I'm saying. That's my response. It's a false question.
Would you be offended, Ahmed? Would you find it offensive if somebody did that?
No. If I have called the Prophet ﷺ wrong
answer the question.
Then I deserve to be called that.
Don't waffle. Answer the question.
This is what the Christians did. This is what the Christians did.
Adnan, I'm going to have to let him go. If he doesn't answer, this is you're going to go in disgrace.
Answer the question then.
In disgrace. Last chance to answer, or I'm going to let you go in disgrace.
Or come to Speaker's Corner. If you have any Murabbi, any Imam, any Sheikh who thinks he can defend your false prophet on these issues we have discussed tonight, specifically
true prophet of Allah, no false.
This is in Speaker's Corner.
You're making claims.
It's an open platform.
Let me answer Masood, brother
no violence, no insults, no violence.
Let me answer your question.
Very peaceful environment, no pressure, no victim crying.
No one crying. Did I do victim crying?
So
did I claim victim crying? Did I claim victim crying?
Bring your scholars, bring your Murabbis, or bring your Imams to talk to us. Bring the original sources.
It's just a rant.
We'll be talking.
Okay, brother Masood, I want to answer your question. So if someone asked me specifically what these, and he called me these things out, okay, randomly. If I don't know the Arabic language or whatever language, I wouldn't know what they mean. Okay, if I know the language, let me explain what my answer. If I know the language, then yes, the translation is in literal sense. I can take it as it's been explained. The son of a prostitute.
One of them is in Urdu. Listen, brother. One of them is in Urdu. You understood at least one of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so would you be pleased? Would you be happy with that, or would you be upset with that?
Okay, brother Mansoor,
you would not be pleased, right?
Let's move forward.
Islamically now, if someone calls you haram zada or waladul haram, Islamically, you know what the punishment is?
Yes.
You know what the punishment is?
A word can use in two contexts.
Brother, no. Meaning, brother, wait. If you give your talaq, if you say talaq to your wife 3 times, and if you go in front of the judge and say, I didn't mean talaq, the judge will slap you and send you out, and he will divorce your wife. You know why? Wait. Because it is the words that count. So if someone calls you haram zada or Ibn al-Baghi,
run from one topic to another, man.
Listen, Ahmed, do you know what the punishment is in Islam? Do you know what the punishment is in Islam?
You don't let people.
You know the punishment?
For what?
For calling someone haram zada.
It depends. If you're claiming. If you're claiming.
For Ahmadis, it depends. For Ahmadis, it depends.
No, I'm talking about the word.
I can't take you seriously now.
I'm speaking about the word.
All right, guys, I think we are just going in circles now. It's the same thing over and over for the last 20 minutes. So Ahmed I think, look, if you want to, I don't know, continue, perhaps come down to Speaker's Corner and have a man-to-man, face-to-face discussion.
Brother Adnan, Talaq is enough now. Talaq is not an idiom. Talaq is not an idiom, my brother. It's not majazi. So you're giving false examples here out of nowhere. I don't know where you're getting this from. Talaq is not a majazi thing. It's a physical thing that happens. If I give talaq to my wife, it's not a majazi thing. Whereas if I call you dhurriyatul shaitan,
when you say it depends, when you say it depends on haram zada, it depends. It depends on waladul haram or waladul haram. It depends on.
I want to say last thing. I want to say last thing before I go. I want to say last thing.
So
the Prophet has used dhurriyatul baghaya and ibn bagha.
I think we need to move on. Ahmed, you're most welcome to come and face me in the park.
We need to move on because it's been
all right, Ahmed. We will see you in Speaker's Corner. Is that right? All right. Okay. Inshallah, we'll see you in Speaker's Corner.
How was it
all
today?
Right.
Did you
see you later. Right. Who do we have next?
It was going in circles for the last, I don't know how long.
Hashim, your screen is frozen, though, by the way.
Like this? How do you even talk to people like this? They are so manipulative and so like spin doctors. Black and white statements that cannot be mistranslated or misinterpreted. They try to spin them. Now they tried with Zuriyatul Baghaya, but their own books dismantle them, bury them. Okay, so it's very, very disturbing that they believe in a prophet, in a person like this as a prophet of God.
Yeah,
this person is not even a person, let alone a prophet of God.
If somebody were to call this brother Ahmed by these terms on the street, he wouldn't be just sitting there and smiling. He'll be raging, right? And you know, will defend himself from these insults.
I challenged him, go to Bradford and call any random Pakistani haramzada, and then let him and tell him that let me explain the context or let me explain what I mean, and then see if he gives you time.
Okay, let me just get brother Bashir for a little while once again. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I'm sure you are enjoying this conversation.
Yeah. And I just want to say, brothers, I've been dealing with it for like almost 10-15 years. And brother, I was eager to learn. I don't know why these guys aren't, but only Allah guides. But I was eager to learn, you know, and how many hadiths say Allah Nabi Ahmadi? I was like, wow, it's a lot, you know, 15 years ago.